Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. You better believe it, 'cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Don't push me on the edge, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to UltimateDirtTV here on this Sunday evening. Welcome back to the JSI Racing 360 Wing Sprint Cars round number 1 here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call. We have 50 cars signed into the pit area. We have maxed out the first week of the series. I believe we are looking at a 9-week series. Round number 2, which was scheduled for next weekend, will be pushed back until the following week. So that will be the 10th of October. as the qualifying results are done. And it is Brady Baldwin, the man that goes quick time here tonight with a 13.585. Corey McCullough, second quick, followed by Jaden Russell, Lewis Clark, and Braden Shute will be your top 5. Alex Adder, Thomas Mitchell, Braden Miller, followed by Joshua Barry and Darcy Wilson make up your top 10. 5 heats on the program, top 4 to the main event. We'll lock 20 cars in from the heats, and then we'll take 2 from B main number 1 and 2 from B main number 2 to lock in 24 cars for your 35 lap main event. Brady Baldwin starts on the pole position for heat race number 1. He's outside the 53, the Supreme Poultry entry, that is Alex Adder. Cody Terry lines up the 50 machine from position number 3 to his outside. It's the 23 of Aston Rodriguez, position number 4. Position number 5 will be OBR Sim Sports Blake Walsh to his outside. The Elite Sim Sports car number 14 of Boyd Bowden out of position number 6. Jason Burke for JSI Racing lines up the 74 from position number 7. Kyle Mock pilots the 11 machine from position number 8. And your 5th and final row inside out of position number 9, it's the 57 of Jamie Warner. And to the outside, driver the number 8 machine for Luke Johnson Racing, it is Craig Plater. So heat number 1, set for a start here. Pace truck will move to the infield. Baldwin, the man behind the ODSE events. I believe they ran their 360 Australian title today. I think from memory, Clayton Davies won it. So congratulations on Clayton on picking up the 360 A1, but also congratulations to Brady Baldwin on another successful event over 2 nights or a 2-day period. Here we go, heat race number 1, Baldwin and Adard. Wait for the green flag, we are underway, and Aston Rodriguez, well, trying to jump the start. We're going to go 3 and 4 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. That probably doesn't happen if Aston Rodriguez doesn't jump the start. Meanwhile, Cody Terry looking to the inside right now. Terry will lead lap number 1 here of 10. He'll shut the door on Rodriguez down into 1 and 2. Walsh in the 97 machine, that's Supreme Poultry. Victoria 97. Fourth and final transfer spot is up for grabs between Alex Adder and Brady Baldwin. These 2 drivers started on the front row. Baldwin drifting way upstairs in turn number 1 and 2. Still Cody Terry will lead at the end of lap number 3. We are looking at 7 laps remaining here. And the 50 of Terry pilots the 50 Wicked Cushion entry. Another lap in the book there for Cody Terry. Again, we continue to tick off the laps here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Meanwhile, Adard closing in on Blake Walsh through turns 1 and 2. We head up into 3. Out of turn number 4. Walsh staying to the bottom side. Then we go back to Adard. Where does he go? Well, he's going to the middle of the racetrack trying to cut it back underneath him, but unable to do so. Meanwhile, Jason Burke closes in on Brady Baldwin for that 5th position on the racetrack. 6 down, 4 laps remaining. Top 6 have really broken away from the rest of the field. So Boyd Bowden 7, Jamie Warner 8, Craig Plater 9, and Kyle Mock still round out the top 10 cars. In fact, speaking of Kyle Mock, there he is. Up on the top side of the racetrack. He's got the busted rear end in that car. Here comes Rodriguez working to the middle of the racetrack. Can he get by Cody Terry? Terry slides up. Well, Rodriguez gets into the back and 2 laps left to run here in heat race number 1. The JSI Racing 360 Wing Sprint Car Series brought to us Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group and Crawford Designs. White flag is out. 1 to run for your race leader. Down the back straight away from the 3rd starting spot on the grid. Cody Terry will win, and he will start on pole for tonight's main event. Second, we go to Aston Rodriguez, Alex Adder 3rd, and Jason Burke, unofficially, ladies and gentlemen, the driver to come home in your 4th and final transfer position. We'll have to wait and check the official results as they come up on your screen right now. Confirmed your winner here tonight for heat number 1. It's Cody Terry. Aston Rodriguez 2nd. Alex Adder 3rd. JSI Racing's Jason Burke in 4th, followed by Blake Walsh in 5th. Brady Baldwin 6, Craig Plater 7, Jamie Warner 8, Boyd Bowden 9, and Kyle Mock rounds out your top 10. Heat number 2 of 5, lining up on the front straightaway behind the iRacing.com pace truck. And starting on the pole position, it is the 90 machine of Corey McCullough to his outside. The Vortex Sim Sports 02, that is Thomas Mitchell, position number 2. Paul Bryan lines up the 42 out of position number 3. Daniel Boyd for Vortex Sim Sports lines up at a position number 4. Ethan Baston for Pace Syndicate will start position number 5, and Cody Lawrence at a position number 6. Daryl Kirk lines up at a position number 7. Leo Heaton, the 26, out of position number 8. Matthew Herb will start position number 9 with Sam Derrico lining up out of position number 10. Peter, I agree with you. But unfortunately, I'm just the broadcaster. As we are set for the start. Now, I don't know if you're going to say yes or no to this one, but did I hear somewhere along grapevines that you might be the man to talk to with the sprint cars going to the country tracks? Is that correct, Peter, or am I wrong on that one? Ten laps, top 4 to the main event. McCullough and Mitchell, Boyd and Bryan in row 2. Baston and Lawrence, green flag is out. The sprint cars travelling around to the country tracks, are you the man, are you one of the men organising all that sort of stuff, or did I miss that one? Lap number 1 belongs to Corey McCullough. Daniel Boyd working to the top of the racetrack, getting by the 42 entry of Paul Bryan. Ethan Baston trying to work the inside. They'll come 3 wide off the turn number 4, racing to the start-finish line. McCullough still leads from Boyd. Baston now up to position number 3. Here comes Paul Bryan into the back of him now. Go back, Cody Lawrence, Thomas Mitchell battling it out for positions 5 and 6. Oh, there goes Paul Bryan. There was some contact with the 54 of Ethan Baston. It's still Corey McCullough leading the way from Daniel Boyd. Then you go back to Ethan Baston, Thomas Mitchell in the 4th and final transfer position. But here comes the 55 of Cody Lawrence. Moving up the racetrack, leaves a bit of a lane up there for Thomas Mitchell. He said, oh, look out, nice slider there. It was a tight slider from Cody Lawrence on Thomas Mitchell. And Mitchell back to the inside. Meanwhile, Daniel Boyd, new race leader down the back straightaway. McCullough cut back line as Daniel Boyd slides from the bottom to the top of the racetrack. Corey McCullough continuing to lead the way. Now here comes Ethan Baston, going to make it a 3-way dance for the race lead. 3 wide momentarily off turn number 2. Boyd and McCullough really turn it on here at the dirt track. It's shown. Now here comes Ethan Baston. Baston to the outside on Daniel Boyd. He'll go 3/4 of the way up the racetrack. Meanwhile, Corey McCullough continues to lead the way. Daniel Boyd will look for the slider in the turn number 3. He's going to go the slide job line. He's now going to be split inside and outside. Corey McCullough, 2 to go. Still your race leader. Baston slides Boyd. McCullough back around the outside. Here comes Thomas Mitchell back into the mix. White flag is out. 1 to run for your race leader, Corey McCullough. Daniel Boyd, Ethan Baston and Thomas Mitchell. There's your top 4 on screen. Out of turn number 2 for the final time. McCullough goes to the bottom side. Baston slides up in front of Daniel Boyd. Daniel Boyd turns the back underneath in contact with Thomas Mitchell. Corey McCullough wins heat race number 2. He will start on the outside of the front row. Welcome back to the dirt track at Charlotte. No worries. Who is, or do you know if any... Do you know if these country tracks are still going ahead? Because I heard a couple of months ago that they're going to a couple of the country tracks. Heat number 2 results coming up on your screen. Corey McCullough gets the win from Daniel Boyd, barely over Ethan Baston in 3rd. Thomas Mitchell in 4th. Sam Derrico 5th. Matthew Hurd, Daryl Kirk, Cody Lawrence, Paul Bryan, and Leo Heaton around out your top 10. Heat number 3, 10 more cars to the racetrack. Jaden Russell lines up the 27 machine from position number 1. Braden Miller lines up at a position number 2. Riley Stewart lines up at a position number 3. The Max Bevan in the 68 will start position number 4. Josh Walton pilots caliber 81 from position number 5, and John Schultz to the outside in the 78 will start position number 6. The Justin Wright Racing 78 entry of J-Dub Justin Wright himself lines up at a position number 7. To his outside, it's Kobe Wright in the 078. Daniel Cassidy for Elite Sim Sports pilots caliber 2 from position number 9, and Cade Winden will line up at a position number 10. Yeah, okay. Yeah, a couple of months ago, I heard they were going to Dubbo. I thought they were going to another couple of other country tracks. I thought may have heard maybe a Lismore or something like that, but oh, if Dubbo's only going ahead, fair enough. So heat number 3. Green flag is out. Jaden Russell and Braden Miller. It's going to be Russell to get the jump down into turn number 1. Miller coming back in now from the bottom to the top. Goes Miller. Stewart in 3rd position. That's the battle of the 27th. As they work to the bottom side through turn number 1 and 2. Now Miller working back to the inside on Jaden Russell. Miller with a slide job on Russell. Keeping on Riley Stewart. Right there with him. Oh boy, in comes Joshua Walton. Bit of contact there. Unfortunately, Max Bevan comes to the worst end of that one. Meanwhile, again, 3 cars fighting it out for the number 1 position. Who will start inside row 2 for your main event out of position number 3. Stewart in the black and pink 27 machine. Miller to the outside into 3. Russell still leads, and you go back to Joshua Walton up on the bottom transfer position. Meanwhile, you might be seeing double. Yes, it's the pair of 27s out in front. Jaden Russell in the black, blue, and yellow 27 trying to shut the door on Riley Stewart. And Riley Stewart will lead lap number 5. Braden Miller now moves into position number 2. The OBR Sim Sports Supreme Poultry entry trying to get back up into 2nd position. Keep it on Joshua Walton. Big slide job coming out there from Daniel Cassidy. That is very, very aggressive from Daniel Cassidy. Again, your top 4 on screen. Here comes Russell to the bottom side in turns 3. Drifts up to the middle of the racetrack. Miller and Russell side by side for 2nd and 3rd position. Now in comes Joshua Walton, who's been stalking and praying these 2 drivers for 2nd and 3rd. Walton, he's still got a transfer position, but I tell you what, he's got a long way to go. Gets by Miller, gets by Russell, 3 wide into turn number 1 into 3 and 4. Final time coming out for Riley Stewart. He leads, but the battle right now between Russell, Miller and Walton. Who will it be? Walton back to the inside, down into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to clear him. Riley Stewart wins. Jaden Russell, boy. Braden Miller, Jaden Russell, and Joshua Walton. Holy cow. Gee, I tell you what. The last 2 or 3 weeks since the update, I have not been a fan of racing the cars, but I tell you what, these guys are really putting on a show here in the opening round of the JSI Racing 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. Riley Stewart gets the win, followed by Braden Miller in 2nd. Then you go back to Jaden Russell in 3rd. Now, it's noted that Joshua Walton has been scored 2 laps down. He's been obviously given a black flag with some contact. I believe it was with Max Bevan, so that'll elevate John Schultz up to position number 4. Daniel Cassidy 5th, Cade Winden 6th, Justin Wright 7, Max Bevan 8, Kobe Wright 9th, and Josh Walton back down in 10th position. Heat race number 4 lines up like this. Lewis Clark starts on the pole position. To the outside, it's the 20 machine of Joshua Barry, position number 2. Stephen Haitley, the 60 machine, starts from position number 3. Kyle Collins lines up at a position number 4. Daniel Hardigan for Ace Esports drives the 77 from position number 5. To his outside, the Allure Esports 41 entry of Tyler Bish from position number 6. Luke Johnson for Luke Johnson Racing, the 76 starts position number 7. Then you go back to the Ash Hammond Racing number 4 machine of Ash Hammond out of position number 8. Jeremy Keenrod out of position number 9. And the 17 of Slick Sim Sports, Joel Berkeley, will start position number 10. Thank you, Terry. So we have Jeremy Keenrod with some issues there on the start. He will not take to the start of heat race number 4. Lewis Clark in the X machine. We've seen what kind of speed he has had throughout the course of the season, towards the end of the season, I should say, in not only sprint cars but also in the modifieds. He was certainly a driver to watch. Joshua Barry, well, the name speaks for itself. Again, I've seen him come on in leaps and bounds, and he's really been one of the top drivers when it comes to sprint car racing. Green flag is out. Oh, look out. Collins in the 39 machine got an absolute horrendous start. Tyler Bish caught up involved in that one. Have a look at this. Joel Berkeley goes from 9th position on the grid up to position number 4. Well, that was before Daniel Harding came through and gave him a big donut. Now here he comes. Ash Hammond in the 4 machine to the top side, up on the outside. Working the bottom is the 76 of Luke Johnson. It's going to be Joshua Barry leading the way here from Lewis Clark. Barry down to the bottom into turn number 1 and 2. Clark going right upstairs. Meanwhile, Haitley was running the slide job line now. Different lines for first and second as they make their way off turn number 4. Who's it going to be at the line? Boy, that was very tight. To a dead heat. And they're going to say this racetrack is really in pristine condition. It is tip-top at the moment. There's a variant number of lines. And it's going to be Joshua Barry to lead lap number 4. 6 remaining. Clark again coming back at him up on the top side of the racetrack. Rides the cushion all the way through. To the middle he goes. Nope. Now going to cut it back down to the low side. Joshua Barry continues to lead the way. The cross flag sticks around. 5 down, 5 to run. Barry, he's going to leave a lane up on the top side. Oh, Clark backed out of it big time. And I'm glad that he did, because that could have gotten very ugly. Clark and Barry side by side. Give it to Clark by half a car length at the start and finish line. He'll go from the bottom to the top. Here comes Barry, trying to come back at him through the middle of the racetrack, sliding up all the way to the concrete wall, as does Lewis Clark. Stephen Haley in 3rd position. Then you go back to Luke Johnson in that 4th and final transfer spot right now. And up front still sees Lewis Clark and Joshua Barry. Clark still holds on. 2 to run here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. Round number 1 of the JSI Racing 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. Brought to you by Crawford Designs and Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group. White flag is out for your race leader, Lewis Clark. And what a battle this has been between Lewis Clark and Joshua Barry. Clark to the bottom into turns 3. To the top of the straightaway out of turn number 4. Lewis Clark wins heat number 4. Joshua Barry home in 2nd. Stephen Haitley 3rd. Luke Johnson in 4th. Joel Berkeley 5th. Kyle Collins in 6th. Tyler Bish in 7th. Ash Hammond. Daniel Hardigan in 8th and 9th. And Jeremy Keenrod to round out the 10 cars. So that is Clark, Barry, Haitley and Johnson. Get your 4 transfer positions. Berkeley, Collins, Bish, Hammond, Hardigan and Keenrod all going to one of 2 last chance qualifiers as we get set for your final heat race of the evening. OBR Sim Sports, Braden Shute will start from position number 1. To the outside of the front row for United Sim Sports, it's Darcy Wilson, position number 2. Inside your second row for United Sim Sports, it is Harry Stewart, starts position number 3. To the outside, at a position number 4, it is Andrew Sayer. Jason Crawford for JSI Racing starts at 12 from position number 5. Then we go back to the outside of row 3, the Elite Sim Sports, number 15 of Jacob Croker, position number 6. Joel Patel lines up at a position number 7. Matt West lining up at a position number 8. Mark Scott will start position number 9. And Liam Russell at a position number 10. Final heat race of the evening here, or the opening round of the JSI Racing 360 Winged Sprint Car Series here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte, presented to you by Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group and of course Crawford Designs. Next week, we take a week off due to the NRL Grand Final, and then we'll come back the following week, the 10th of October, for round number 2. Tactical. He wasn't all that tactical in his opening heat of the night. Here we go. Green flag is out right away. Braden Shute. Well, he's got some issues down into 1 and 2, but look at Stewart and Wilson. 3 wide for the race lead. Stewart on the bottom side. Drifts up. Now here he comes. Oh, well, Darcy Wilson was going to go back to the inside. He'll get back to his inside down into turn of 1 and 2. Wheel to wheel as they make their way through the first 2 turns. And he go back to Braden Shute in third. Followed by Jason Crawford working the bottom side. Up on the top side goes Andrew Sayer. Stewart continues to lead the way in the battle between Crawford and Sayer. Crawford in the 12, Sayer in the 16. And again, this racetrack, top and a bottom group developing right now in the opening heat races or in the final heat race of the night, heat number 5. Here comes Jacob Croker in the 15 for Elite Sim Sports. Trying to get by Crawford. He does so. That's Croker in the 15. Meanwhile, Shute fending off a challenge there from Andrew Sayer. No change between Harry Stewart, Darcy Wilson. Again, they continue to roll the top of the racetrack into turn number 1 and 2. Shute, Sayer, bit of contact here. Now here comes the 15 of Croker on Crawford. Once again, this is for better starting positions in tonight's B main 5, 6, 7. And of course 8, 9, 10 will all be heading to the last chance qualifiers. Big moves being thrown by Crawford, Crawford and Battelle. 2 and a bit laps remaining for your race leader Harry Stewart. Meanwhile, Darcy Wilson under some heavy pressure from the 76 entry of Braden Shute. 2 to go for your leader Stewart. Shute down to the inside into turn number 1. Drifts up now. Wilson comes back to the inside out of turn 2 and into turns 3. Slide job one more time. The white flag is out. 1 to run for your race leader Harry Stewart. Again, you see just there Shute and Wilson trading slide jobs, trading positions, trading lines out of turn number 4 this time by, oh my, it's getting tight. Cars wrecking at the start finish line, but they'll do enough to hold on. Stewart gets the job done over Darcy Wilson in second. Andrew Sayer home in third. Braden Shute fourth. So there is your official results. Stewart, Wilson, Sayer and Shute your top 4. Croker, Crawford, Battelle, Scott, Russell and West all going to one of 2 last chance qualifiers. 15 cars set to take to the racetrack for B-Main number 1. And this is B-Main number 1. Blake Walsh starts on the pole position to the outside. It's Daniel Cassidy, position number 2. Excuse me, Jacob Croker lines up at a position number 3. Matthew Hurd lining up at a position number 4. Position number 5 will be Kyle Collins. Craig Plate lines up at a position number 6. Justin Wright will start position number 7. Joel Battelle out of position number 8. Cody Lawrence will start position number 9. Ash Hammond out of position number 10. Boyd Bowden, position number 11. Position number 12, it's Kobe Wright. 13th will be Liam Russell and Leo Heaton out of position number 14. Jeremy Keendrod will start in position number 15. So it looks like only 12 cars made the call for B-Main number 1. Top 2 going on. Hello, Mrs. Plater. Brandon and I'm going on about 2 hours sleep. I've been up since 2 a.m. Actually about 3.5 hours sleep because I had about an hour and a half nap at best. Oh, Croker. Poor old Jacob Croker. He tried to time the start and unfortunately got into the back of Walsh. And unfortunately Croker, He's going to be absolutely seething at that one because he was the one that got on the gas early. Lap number 1 belongs to Daniel Cassidy in the Elite Sim Sports number 2 entry. Matthew Hurd looking to the inside now. Joel Battelle as well. They race off turn number 4. Matthew Hurd looking to lead lap number 2 will do so. 13 laps the distance in tonight's B-Main. This is B-Main number 1. Hurd copping some slide jobs being thrown at him left, right and centre. Battelle sliding up 3 wide for the race lead. Cassidy back to the number 1 position. Here comes Walsh. Walsh still better and backed out of it. Good move by Walsh, knowing there's still plenty of laps to come. And now in comes Boyd Bowden and Craig Plater. Look out. Oh no, Matthew Hurd around Walsh had some contact. Plater moves into position number 3 to the inside. Goes the 26th entry of Boyd Bowden. So the Elite Sim Sports cars of Daniel Cassidy, 3 wide, double slide jump, 2 for the price of 1. Oh, Bowden, and there goes Daniel Cassidy. Plater moves to position number 2, comes down the racetrack. And Bowden going to be given the black flag. Leo Heaton moves to position number 3. Ash Hammond in position number 4. Oh my, what a busy 6 laps that was. Plater, you should know, buddy. The wall doesn't move, you silly Saucigee. Heaton up to position number 2. Plater back to 3rd. Hammond in 4th. Then you go back to Lawrence and Jacob Croker in 5th and 6th. Followed by Blake Walsh. Plater, you had one job. And you've given it away. You had a transfer position. All you had to do was stay off the concrete wall. You know that it doesn't move. Joel Battelle this time will complete lap number 9. These drivers are really driving in deep and banging it off the cushion and off the concrete wall. It's probably safer just to roll the bottom side of the racetrack. Hammond in that Ash Hammond designed Ash Hammond Racing number 4 entry. Counting down 3 circuits remaining, but here comes Cody Lawrence. Closing in for 3rd position. Geez, Lawrence gets a big run, and well, again, he is hitting all sorts of concrete walls. Slide job there by Lawrence on Hammond. 2 to go, wheel to wheel down into turn number 1 and 2. Battelle leads comfortably. Oh no! Lawrence into the back of Hammond. And he's still got 3 seconds back to 5th place driver of Jacob Croker. But the white flag is out. 1 to run for your race leader, Joel Battelle. To the middle of turn number 3. Uh-oh, look out, look out, look out. I thought that could have got dangerous. So there we go. Joel Battelle will win B-Main number 1. In fact, I think I said top 4 go through, which it is only the top 2. So Leo Heaton will get your 2nd and final transfer position. How about this? Joel Battelle at a +7. Leo Heaton +12. Ash Hammond in 3rd at a +7. And Cody Lawrence at a +5. So your top 4 guys, they all moved up. Plenty of positions. B-Main number 1 results coming up on your screen. There they are. Joel Battelle and Leo Heaton will get those final 2 transfer positions for B-Main number 1. Everybody else, unfortunately, it's time to pack it up for round number 1. We'll see him back in a couple of weeks' time for round number 2. Speaking of 2s, this is B-Main number 2. Sam Derrico starts at a position number 1. Joel Berkeley at a position number 2. Brady Baldwin, position number 3. Cade Winden lines up, position number 4. Jason Crawford will start from position number 5 to his outside. Darryl Kirk at a position number 6. Tyler Bish from position number 7. Jamie Warner out of position number 8. Max Bevan out of position number 9. Position number 10, it's Mark Scott. Position number 11, it's Paul Bryan. Daniel Harding in position number 12. Kyle Mock out of position 13. Joshua Walton, position number 14. And Matt West out of position number 15. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, I'm absolutely knackered. And the worst thing is I've got to do it all again. Get probably very little sleep once again and do it all again at about 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So, fun times. Great times. to be had on 0 sleep. So top 2 once again from this one. It's got to be Walshy. Well, Derek Coe, jump at the start. Got to wait until the iRacing green flag come out. I wanted to get penalised for that one. Berkeley did well to stay with him. And I guess when the pole car goes, well, you might as well go as well. You don't want to stack the field back up. Derek Coe, all sorts of dramas into turns 3 and 4. And probably suspected the 2 guys to transfer from this one, Joel Berkeley and Brady Baldwin. I'm sure these 2 guys will duke it out for positions at number 22 and 24 starting grid positions. In tonight's 35 lap main event, Berkeley again rails the top side. Comes back down to the bottom side. He's going to protect that line down into turn number 3 and 4. Meanwhile, what about the battle behind him right now? There were 2 by 2. Bevan and Crawford. Couple of former teammates going at it right now. Bevan on the bottom side in the 68. Crawford in the 12 machine. Then you go back to Daryl Kirk and Tyler Bish. Oh, here comes Walton forcing his way through one more time. Bevan drifting up the racetrack, but again, not enough for Jason Crawford to work back to the outside. Meanwhile, challenge coming on for your race leader, Joel Berkeley, Brady Baldwin. Berkeley on the top side, Baldwin on the bottom side. Baldwin looking for the lead out of turn number 2. He's got it. Momentarily, Berkeley rails the cushion. Oh my, again, what a battle this is for 1 and 2 positions. And again, these 2 guys at the moment, as it stands, they would both be going to tonight's main event. Berkeley hard into the concrete wall. Now he's going to play the safer game, safer option, and go to the bottom side in turn number 1 and 2. Now it's Brady Baldwin's turn to go upstairs. Berkeley trying to get a run. Baldwin trying to keep the car nice and straight as he works the cushion just centimetres away from the concrete wall. One little mistake could be the difference between going to tonight's main event or going back to pit road and coming back in 2 weeks' time on October 10th for round number 2 of the JSI Racing 360 Wing Sprint Car Series, brought to you by Crawford Designs and Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group. That's SCTEG. Check them out on all the social media pages. 3 to run for your race leader, Brady Baldwin from Joel Berkeley. Jason Crawford in 3rd position at 3 wide momentarily. Max Bevan, Daniel Hardigan, and Daryl Kirk. Here comes Hardigan. Bevan with a short slide job, and now Hardigan with a big slide job there on Maxi B. 2 remaining. Bevan with a move back on Hardigan. Hardigan power to back around the outside, and now Hardigan coming after Jason Crawford. Meanwhile, one flag is out, 1 to run for your race leader. He has done a fantastic job here tonight. Into turn number 3. And out of turn number 4, Brady Baldwin will win B main number 2. Joel Berkeley gets 2nd. Those 2 drivers will get the starting spots in tonight's 30-lap main event. We do have a 2-minute warm-up session. They will not touch the track. Let's catch up on some of the comments. Oh, Brandon, if I can get some painkillers to watch. If I can get some painkillers to help me sleep. If I can get the stuff figured out on why I'm not getting any sleep and why I'm in so much pain, there won't be an issue. Brady Baldwin, Joel Berkeley go 1 and 2. Daniel Hardigan, Jason Crawford, and Max Bevan. Around out your top 5. Daryl Kirk, Joshua Walton, Mark Scott, Sam Derrico, and Tyler Bish. That is your top 10. Cade Wyndon, Carl Mock, Jamie Warner, Paul Bryan, and Matt West. who did not start. So the 14, or we'll call it 15 cars, only 2 will make it to your A main. The drivers only had 1 minute, which means we are set for a start here. Round number 1 of the JSI Racing 360 Winged Sprint Car Series here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte, brought to you by Crawford Designs and Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group. Your main event, let's go through and take a look from back to front. Your starting grid. Starting position number 24, it is Joel Berkeley. To the inside of row 12, position number 23, it's Leo Heaton. Position number 22, Brady Baldwin. Out of position number 21, Joel Battelle. Position number 20 for OBR Sim Sport, it is Braden Shute. Position number 19 for Luke Johnson Racing, it is Luke Johnson. John Schultz for Pace Syndicate starts position number 18. Thomas Mitchell, the Vortex Sim Sports, number 2, out of position number 17. Position number 16 for JSI Racing, it's Jason Burke. Position number 15, it's Andrew Sayer. Stephen Haitley, the TB Motorsports entry, out of position number 14. For Synergy Sim Racing, it's the 27 of Jaden Russell, position number 13. Pace Syndicates, Ethan Bash in the 54, position number 12. Alex Allard, the Supreme Poultry, number 53, from position number 11. Position number 10 for United Sim Sports, it is Darcy Wilson. Position number 9, it's Joshua Barry. Braden Miller lines up at a position number 8. Daniel Boyd, the Vortex Sim Sports, 79, out of position number 7. Aston Rodriguez, position number 6. And we go to your 5 heat race winners. Harry Stewart for United Sim Sports, out of position number 5. Lewis Clark, the 111, out of position number 4. Riley Stewart, the 27, position number 3. Corey McCullough, the Victoria 90, position number 2. And Cody Terry, car number 50, from your pole position. Round number 1, ladies and gentlemen, of the JSI Racing 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. Who will take it out? Who will go to victory lane? Who is going to open up the season with a W? It's time to go live for 35 here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte, and we are greening for the second time in a row. Aston Rodriguez jumps the start. It's going to be Cody Terry leading down the back straight away. Clark to the inside. Darcy Wilson making it 3 wide for positions 4, 5 and 6. McCullough going to go 3 wide for the race lead. Double slide jump. Oh boy. 1 car into the wall. It's Cody Terry. Darcy Wilson to the race lead, and we are yellow. Oh my. I get the feeling I'm going to need more than about 3 litres of water after that one. What a way to open up the first couple of laps here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. So a maximum of 3 cautions for the first 30 laps. And if we have an incident inside the final 5 laps, race control, if they deem the track is obviously not safe for the lead cars to get around, they will throw a 4th yellow and give us a green-white checker. So the pace truck will move to the infield. 5 down and 30 to run. Round number 1 of the JSI Racing 360 Winged Sprint Car Series, brought to you by Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group and Crawford Designs. Restarts are on the leader out of turn number 4. That leader is Darcy Wilson for United Sim Sports. Lewis Clark down to the bottom side into turn number 1 and 2, trying to stay all the way down low. McCullough in the 90 machine, some contact with the concrete wall out of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. McCullough getting a run on Lewis Clark into turn number 1. Clark drifts up the racetrack. McCullough turns it back underneath him 3 wide. Here's Riley Stewart on the inside. McCullough, talk about driving in, dude, just sending her in, just licking the stamp and absolutely sending it. with a big slide job line. Here comes Joshua Barry, Braden Miller, and now Ethan Bastion. Harry Stewart in the mix along with Jaden Russell. Oh my, what a battle this is for about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Unbelievable, 3 and 4 wide, nearly contact Stewart. Oh no, Riley Stewart, Harry Stewart come together. Braden Miller involved, yellow on the raceway. Braden Miller goes upside down. Again, what a 4 and a bit laps that was. Gee, the racing has just been taken to another level since the update about 3 and a bit weeks ago for the sprint cars. And I gotta say good luck to all the drivers competing in the World Championship qualifiers for the Pro Series. That indeed they are, Brandon. That indeed they are. And again, the new season here at JSI Racing each and every Sunday night from, well, server opening from 7 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, which turns out to be 5 AM Eastern. So back underway, this is caution number 2 done. We've got, well, 1 and maybe 2 more at the end of this one. 23 to run, 3 wide barrier. Oh no, some big heavy contact out of turn number 2. We might just see our 3rd yellow of the night. We're going to stay green. 1 car going around that. I think it was either Andrew Sayer or John Schultz in that one. And there is our 3rd yellow. So tough break for some of these drivers. Yeah, Brandon, the problem is that a lot of these guys, when you race, it's anywhere between 10 to 11 AM. By the time we get done, if you add another hour onto that one, these guys, a lot of these guys work. So lights are still flashing on the pace truck. So 17 down once we go back to green and 18 remaining. So right on the cusp of half race distance, of course. This is a 35 lap main event. We are 3 yellows already, so I believe they will race it out to the end. We've still got plenty of action, plenty of broadcast to come here at UltimateDirtTV over the coming probably 4 to 6 weeks. We are going to be absolutely flat out. Sunday night American Time, of course, World of Thunder Esports League, and also on Monday evening as well. Followed by, in about 3 weeks' time, we will be headed over to the 3D Racing up against the Mud Duck Racing Late Model Team Series, team event, 6-week series on that one. Oh, Wilson! He's had an absolute shock, and as had Jaden Russell. He caught the grass, and well, Jaden Russell spun out, and Court McCullough, your race leader, Darcy Wilson, Lewis Clark, and how about John Worthley from the very tail of the field from 24th position. He's inside the top 5. He's looking for a podium. Trying to get by Darcy Wilson. 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4. Wilson on the bottom side is going to lose a couple of positions. And what about the restart? Wilson has got the reverse lights on at the moment. Can he get back up to what he done in the first probably 5 to 10 laps? In getting back to the front, we go 3 wide again. Joshua Barry, Braden Shute. Out at the run from Stephen Haley in 8th position. Make it 9 as Daniel Boyd gets by him. Stewart following Berkeley on the top side of the racetrack. Berkeley trying to run down Lewis Clark. 21 down and 14 circuits here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Can McCullough hold on? We should be going green the rest of the way. Berkeley down to the bottom into turn number 3 and 4. Slide jump on Lewis Clark. Lewis Clark turns it underneath. Oh boy, that is some tight racing here at Charlotte. Clark back to the cushion. Berkeley back to the inside. Stewart trying to go with Berkeley. This time Stewart going to stay low. Drifts up. Lewis Clark and Harry Stewart nearly come together. Clark back to the inside. Another slide up there on Berkeley. Meanwhile, here comes Harry Stewart. The United Sim Sports Natrad number 11 machine. Through the middle of the racetrack, he goes in turn number 3 and 4. Slide jump on Clark. Clark back underneath him. Oh my, what a race. Darcy Wilson, Braden Shute, right there in striking distance on the podium. Clark with the slide and caught the wall. Now he's going to lose 3rd position. He might even lose 4th and 5th. He might be back to 6th here in a minute. 3 wide. Wilson, Shute and Clark. Stewart up to 3rd. 3 wide again, down the back straight away. Shute on the very bottom, looking for a slide job on Wilson. And that was a very, very short slide job, if I must say so myself, then by Braden Shute. Laps winding down for a Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic champion of Corey McCullough. Battle for 3 and 4 once again, Lewis Clark. He's all over Harry Stewart like a rash through 1 and 2 now. In fact, it was 3 and 4 where he was all over him like a rash. And Stewart's just gotten clear of him. Meanwhile, Darcy Wilson looking to take back over 4th position on the speedway. Will do so at the start-finish line. 7 circuits to go. It's still Corey McCullough by a 2.5 second gap. But I gotta say, Berkeley's doing his best to try and run him down. Shute over the right rear there of Darcy Wilson. Now Shute back to the inside on Wilson in the turn number 1 and 2. This is the start. Try and stay inside the top 5. It's a battle for 5th and 6th position. Shute with a slide job there on Wilson, but Wilson once again turns it back underneath him. Oh my. Look out, there's Baldwin lap car just staying to the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Lewis Clark. Slide job on Harry Stewart. 4 circuits to go. Round of 1 of the JSI Racing 360 Wing Sprint Car Series, and Stewart and Lewis Clark having an absolute instant classic. 3 to go for Corey McCullough. Berkeley, I don't think is going. He won't have another opportunity unless McCullough makes a mistake, and I don't think he's going to do so. He's got Stephen Haley in front of him by about 10 car lengths. I dare say that, well, he might just catch him. We've got 2 to go for Corey McCullough in the Victoria 90 machine. Catching up to Stephen Haley. Haley down to the bottom side into turn number 3 and 4. The white flag will wave here at the dirt track at Charlotte. McCullough started on the outside of the front row. Heat race number 2 winner. Into turn number 3, goes to the bottom, puts the slide beneath the bastion, out of turn number 4, Corey McCullough wins night number 1 and round number 1 of the JSI Racing 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. Joel Berkeley at a plus 22 positions from 24th to 2nd will come home in position number 2, and Harry Stewart, heat number 5 winner, unofficially home in 3rd position. Your feature race results coming up. What a race it was. Corey McCullough gets the job done. Joel Berkeley home in 2nd. 3rd will go to Harry Stewart. Lewis Clark in 4th. Braden Shute rounds out your top 5, followed by Darcy Wilson 6, Joel Battelle 7, Joshua Barry 8, Daniel Boyd 9, and Luke Johnson, the last car on the lead lap, comes home in 10th position. 11th was Ethan Bastian, Stephen Haley in 12th. 13th goes to Brady Baldwin, Alex Attard home in 14th, John Schultz 15th, Jaden Russell, Riley Stewart, Thomas Mitchell, Leo Heaton, Andrew Sayer, your top 20, Braden Miller, Jason Berg, Cody Terry and Aston Rodriguez, your 24 starters in this one. Holy cow. We wait for, hopefully, our podium drivers to come in. That race was phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. I think we'll give them about a minute or so. And if they're not going to come over, well, we are going to close things up. Again, a big thank you to, of course, JSI Race for once again putting on these weekly shows here on Sunday evening. And, of course, we've got Crawford Designs and, of course, Sorry, just trying to get our podium drivers in here. Our Southern Cross Transport Equipment Group guys as well. Thank you to those guys. We do have our drivers coming home in second and third position. We'll chat to our runner-up tonight here at a plus 22 positions. Joel Berkeley, congratulations on the runner-up finish. And, well, I guess from the back to the front, you can't be too disappointed about that one.
I can't be too disappointed with that run. Thought the bottom was good, and then all of a sudden the top just was flying. So was happy to walk away with the second there, and from the back of the bus, just a little annoyed. Corey got away a little bit too much, and Charlotte the way it is. When it gets like that, it's just whoever can hit their marks the smoothest and not make mistakes towards the end there. So yeah, is what it is.
3 weeks into the update on the sprint cars, what do you made, and what do you think the biggest differences is that we're seeing here?
If you want me to be honest, I don't think there's really any difference in the 360s as such. I mean, the bottom probably was a bit good early on, but the top was probably good the entire time. Just no one was hitting it. So I know I haven't noticed too much of a difference in the cars here as such, but yet again, I'm not really one to speak. These are the first laps I've ran in these cars here.
All right, well, look, hey, well done on runner-up here tonight. From the back, of course, at a plus 22 position. Not a bad way to kick off the series, Joel, before we let you go. Sponsors, shout-outs, all that good stuff. Who makes this happen for you?
Yeah, not a bad way to start. But yeah, massive thanks to guys at United Sim Sports, all their supporters there, Harry and Darcy for the help tonight, and everyone else that makes possible, yourself for broadcasting, and the team at JSI for all they do, and hopefully we'll be here next Sunday.
There we go, Joel Berkeley in second position. We'll chat to the final driver on the podium, driving the United Sim Sports number 11 machine. It's Harry Stewart. Harry, congratulations on the third place. And, well, man, it looked like you had your work cut out for you, probably those first 20 to 25 laps.
Yeah, I sort of went to I sort of started not mid-pack. Had a pretty average start, went to mid-pack, got back up a bit, and then got to the yellow and then restarted and got in a bit of an incident, and then got back going again, and then got a bit of a right rear down the back straight, which caused a pretty large incident. So that sort of had a meatball from then on, and I thought, this will be pretty bad to drive now, and it actually wasn't that bad. It probably helped me, if anything. So yeah, just sort of lucky not many people were sort of choosing the top to run. I think it was pretty rough in 1 and 2 to stay up on the cushion. So yeah, just trying to pick my marks, when to throw a slider and when not to. Lucky, Lewis sort of lifted on that slider at the end there. I probably would have got him pretty good in the left front. So thanks to him for lifting and making me not look super stupid. And yeah.
We're 3 weeks from the update. Have you done much driving in the sprint cars?
I've only really started doing laps probably before the ODSC sort of title thing they were doing, and yeah, I don't mind them. I don't like them. A bit sort of in the middle. I think it sort of brings everyone up to pace a bit more in the slick, because they just feel like they have a lot less power, and just a lot more grip in general. So it sort of shakes everything up a bit, because everyone's got to redo their homework and get set up, situated, and sort of lucky to have a good group of guys behind me to help me out with that department. So not my favourite. I think everything that's iRacing sort of done in the past few months with tyre models, besides the Fender cars, has sort of been for the worst of dirt racing.
All right, well, you picked up a heat race win here tonight. You started 5th, and well, you come back up to the 3rd position. Harry, a moment before we let you go to thank the sponsors on this race car, and of course, as you said, the wonderful group of guys behind you.
Yeah, just like to thank JSI boys for putting this on, yourself for broadcasting, everyone at United Sim Sports, Nat Rad Radiators, 87 Creative, West End Mazda, Joel and Darcy for doing this with me and sort of being helpful with where to run lines and stuff. And yeah, that's it.
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The drivers home in 2nd and 3rd position, Joel Berkeley and Harry Stewart. Unfortunately, we don't get to chat to Corey McCullough, but that will wrap us up for round number 1 of the JSI Racing 360 Winged Sprint Car Series here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Next week was scheduled to be round number 2, but with the NRL Grand Final, we're going to push it back a week, so we'll come back on October the 10th. And until next time, on behalf of the team here at UltimateDirtTV and the manager behind the scenes, we say farewell, good night. We will see you back in about 12.5 hours time tomorrow morning, or later on tonight, depending on where you are around the globe. Sunday night or Monday morning, 10 a.m. 8 a.m. No, what are we? 7 p.m. Eastern American time on Sunday night, or 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on Monday morning. Until then, this is Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night.